What's up, traders? My name is Austin Silver. We've got a special video for you today. Everybody wants to know if we're headed for a recession. We're going to talk about that today. Not only are we going to talk about what's possibly setting up, but we want to help you guys make money whether we head into a recession or not. So I've got Evan and Tom with me today. We're going to talk to you about what's going on and what's possibly coming forward. All of this is based around ASFX TV. We just dropped the price on ASFX TV from $45 to $9.99 per month. Only $10 per month, less than $1 per day. And you can follow along and trade with me, Tom, Evan, and James every single session of every single week. If we head into a recession, the best way to make money during that recession is to be in ASFX TV with us as those changes happen. But we're going to talk more about that in this video. So make sure you're subscribed. Now let's go. Boys, we're back. Let's get into it for everybody. So are we headed for a recession? I've got Tom to talk to me about the technicals. I'm going to talk a little bit about the fundamentals. And we got Evan here to make sure that me and Tom both look good and don't say something too stupid. Right, Ev?
Yes, sir.
So Tom, first, let's talk about the technical side of everything. I'm going to turn screen share on. I want to share SPX so we can just jump right in with this. Tell us what you're thinking, Tom. I know that it's been a crazy couple of days here since FOMC was yesterday. It was Wednesday the 20th. We saw rates basically staying the same across the Fed in the States, your Fed in the UK, and even the Swiss franc also pausing rates. So what does that mean, Tom? Like on the technical side, what are you thinking this means for us here?
Yeah, so I think for me now, we're at a bit of a key level, a point where we've previously found support down at just around that 4,350 level. So the way that we've moved into that is pretty quick. So I am probably expecting maybe a little bit of a bounce there to find some more support again, but potentially not as strong. You can see the last time we moved to that, we didn't create any new highs. Bulls tried to take control. We shifted up around about the start of September. And you can see that's quickly rolled back over towards this level. So for me, I think the key level is that 4,350. If we start to slide underneath that, I think we could continue back down towards the downside of around about the 4,200 level, which is a previous level that I've had interest in. So that's the downside. But then if we look at like the bigger players and potentially on a couple of the higher time frames, you will see that we are still pretty bullish. So on like the weekly, etc., we're moving into a level that we could certainly find a bit of a bounce off. We've had a good run up at the start of the year. I don't think a pullback is necessarily a bad thing. Like from the highs to like that lows, we're looking at around about 10%, which is a pretty healthy pullback. So I wouldn't suggest that we're completely out of the woods and falling into a recession just yet. So I know it's a bit of a buzzword. We're seeing a lot of things about it, but looking at that weekly chart, I wouldn't say that it's overly bearish at the minute. If we start to fall underneath that 4.2, I think yes. If we get in a downshift with the 8 and 21 EMA, that's where I think we would probably start to say, yeah, this is where it's losing a little bit of value now.
Yeah. I mean, from the start of the year, Ev, we kind of got really bullish, I think, on the indices. Was it March, April in here as we started to break out for new highs over this previous lower high? But I mean, look at the run up, 21% on SPX from the start of the year, now seeing about a 5.8%, call it 6% pullback in the last couple of weeks. Like Tom said, I think it's healthy. So on a day-to-day basis, Ev, how much do you really weigh in this recession talk versus the technicals here that are kind of, like Tom said, still bullish, just in a pullback? What's up, traders? The best way to learn how to trade is not through a trading course. I sell a course that teaches my strategies, and I'm telling you that honest advice. The best way to really learn how to trade is to watch experienced traders with proven track records navigate the live market. Now, when I got started as a trader, I was able to watch one of Wall Street's best traders live for a full day, just one day. And it made a huge impact on my trading. I still use some of the principles that he shared that day today, 6 years later. So now as I've built my reputation and my brand as a trading coach, I want to turn and give the trading community something back. We've started the Netflix for traders. It's called ASFX TV. It's now only $10 per month. It's the same price as Netflix, basically, where you can come and watch me and 3-4 other full-time traders navigate the markets live. And again, this is the best way for you to learn how to trade. You'll see us take trades. You'll be able to participate in some of them if you'd like. It's never financial advice. I have to be very clear about that. It's for entertainment purposes only, but you're going to actually see how a real full-time trader navigates the London session and New York session every day of the week. So click the link down below in the description. Maybe there's a card flying in on the screen. Take the 3-day free trial, check it out, see if you're interested. You don't just get the live streams, you actually get to watch the recordings of any streams that you missed as well. So it's a no-brainer. For $10 a month, it's a no-brainer. So check it out, link down below. Now back to the video.
I'd say I'm still leaning like 60, at least 60% technicals for me at least. But looking at this weekly, which I haven't done, it looks very healthy and very bullish still compared to if you look at the daily and then the fit. Like the lower you go, the worse it looks for the bulls. But I think looking at this monthly, it's still like a healthy pullback right to the 21 EMA. And if you zoomed out forever, indices just want to rise. I mean, that's just a giant bullish rip. I don't think it's just overly bearish so far. I mean, Tom mentioned on the daily how we haven't been able to bounce up that second time after shifting down, but I think it's still in the realm of possibility that we can just bounce off that rejection of maybe 43, that support right there, and then potentially bounce higher. And like Tom said, if we do break, then we can look for potential short-term shorts. I'm not going to be wanting to short it maybe a year from now.
I mean, does anyone, let's go in the comments. Like, does anybody know anyone who is a perma bear who crushes it? Even guys like Sanglucci, who we've had on the podcast, guys that are known to be short traders, like that'll short stocks and short the indices. They get hammered a lot on the upside when they get the short wrong. Like you said, these indices typically want to go up. I want to point out too, like this is the point of control here, Tom, that we talked about this morning for a volume profile, right under 4130. That seems to be the key level that was support in 2021. Support again, trying to be support, I should say, in 2022, but then it was taken out and used as resistance through 2022 into 2023. So now the question is, since we're back above it, does it confirm as support? And do we get to really see 4,200 be that strong base that it could, some people are saying it may be, or does it kind of collapse? And do we see this thing come lower? I think what's interesting to look at, like if you go back in time and look at like previous recessions, we could pull up, like, let's just look at straight SPX instead of US 500 so we can see further back. I mean, this bear market that we kind of went into, let's get rid of the volume profile for a second. The bear market from 2022 into the start of 2023 before we picked up, we dropped 30% over the course of 287 bars. Round it up, just call it a year, right? Basically through 2022, we saw a bear market where we dropped 25%. If you go back and you look at stuff like 2008, look at how much worse that was, bro. From top to bottom. I mean, that is a 60% drop in 75 weekly bars. So that's like 2 years of pain, just awful pain. And it accelerates towards the end of it. You see that? Like, especially look at the end of it, like boom, 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 4 weekly bars that really just sent you 4 new lows. In those 4 weeks alone, right there, you dropped 0.25%. So just in comparison, when you hear the buzzword, are we in a recession? That's a recession, bro, where you drop 25% in a month. That's a recession. This, like Tom said, I lean to thinking this is like healthy almost, doesn't it? When you look at the comparison, what do you guys think?
I think the other thing for me is, even if we go back down to that point of control that you're talking, that 4,130, we're still up around 8 to 9% on the year. Even if we end the year there, we're still up on the year.
Yeah, 100%. Because we started the year down here at 3880, 3870. So it's still a positive year. 100%. I do want to make a point here, everybody. When we look at this stuff from a technical perspective, this is going to help us make short-term decisions. And then when you come watch us trade on ASFX TV, you're going to hear those trades that we take called out live. Tom had a great trade buying NASDAQ yesterday. Correct, Tom? Off the bottom. Was it yesterday or the day before?
It was Tuesday,
2 days ago. So a great trade 2 days ago where he can come in, and even though some people are looking at the daily saying, oh no, we might head lower, Tom, on this red candle close here, was able to sneak out along, weren't you, Tom? So do we want to talk about that really quick? Was it on NASDAQ or SPX?
It was on NASDAQ.
It was NASDAQ, yeah. So let's go to the NASDAQ real quick.
Yeah, it was right off the bat. And I think, like, I just want to lean into this point that you're making now about we're traders and we're day trading and we can react. We have the opportunity to take things long and short and react to what price is doing. We don't, like, whilst we may use some of these high timeframes for a bit of a bias, we are still able to react to what the chart is saying on the lower timeframes and getting in and out very sort of quickly.
This is basically your trade, correct, Tom?
Yes, looks pretty good.
2 minute here, about 1 o'clock my time you got in. When the
that looks about, yes, that's it. Yeah, stop at low of day, riding it back up to what was the original anchored VWAP for the day.
So when you anchor the VWAP, and this is a little insider tip for everybody, Are you anchoring it to start a day, or do you anchor it to start a session now, Tom? Because I know we were going back and forth about it. And if you guys come to ASFX TV, we explain this. This is all like the analysis that's happening live while we're trading on ASFX TV. So are you running it start a day, Tom? Like back
so
here?
it's changeover of day, but
Yeah.
I am in the very, very, very near future just about to finish coding a custom auto anchored one so that we can do it for the session.
Of course he is. So
Yeah.
the session one would be here at 9:30, something like this.
Correct,
The blue,
yeah.
the first blue one here. So you're basically trading the break finally of the New York session anchored VWAP back up to the daily start anchored VWAP, which is about 1.2R on a risk reward setup. Right.
Yeah, we'd made a pretty steep move from the London Open, which is what I trade, all the way down into like past the New York Open there. And then when we stopped making lower lows, lower highs, and we started making them higher lows, and we got that break of VWAP, the shift to the 8 and 21 from a strong perspective, that's where I entered. And the aim was just to ride it back to the start of the session VWAP, but it obviously went a little bit further, which was great.
Little pennant forming in there too. So then you get the break, you wait for the break, you take the position. It's great. And you know what's cool about this, everybody? And then we're going to wrap this up. The call, Tom, you gave the call to potentially be looking for NASDAQ longs on that level. What, 8-10 hours before during your ASFX TV stream Tuesday during the London session, right? So you gave that idea out. Yeah, where you're telling everybody, hey, if we get to 15,050, I'm going to be looking for longs if low of day support comes in. So you as a viewer, everybody, you can come in to ASFX TV, even if there's no trade calls in that moment during the stream, we're still leaving you and engaging with you in the live chat. We're leaving you with an idea to take and run with, you know, that a trader who's been trading the markets for 5 years successfully is going to follow. So it's something where it's like a new or struggling trader, you're not just going to be spoon-fed trades on ASFX TV. We're giving you a roadmap. We're giving you a idea to follow, a foundation to build the rest of your day off of, what you should be looking for the rest of that day, which I think, like, for me as a new trader, that would have been huge. It would have made such a difference for me. So that's what we're trying to bring to you guys on ASFX TV. Now, again, we've just dropped the price. This is a new push for us. We want this to be 10,000, 50,000 people that are subscribed to what some reviews are calling the Netflix for day traders. So you can catch me and Evan during the New York session all week long. You can catch Tom and James during the London session as well all week long. And we want you guys to come check it out. So we're offering a 3-day free trial. I know $10 is not a lot of money, so you don't have to even commit the $10 right away. You can do the 3-day free trial, check it out, and then stay for a month and see if you don't make the $10 and some back. Really, that's what we would want to say to you guys. So, boys, thank you for the quick video. Everybody, we are not headed into a recession yet. That is the punchline from this video. But when we do head into the recession, we will be trading it short. And if we don't, we will be trading long. And the best thing you can do to follow along is come check us out on ASFX TV. So for now, thank you for the time. Make sure you guys are subscribed and come check us out on ASFX TV.